In this video, I'm showing you 7 different hacks, workarounds, and tips and tricks for your iPhone. From charging your iPhone faster to creating a custom vibration and even bringing captions to everything you do on your iPhone. You're definitely going to love what we have to show you in this video. Let's go ahead, roll the intro, and jump right in. First up at number 1 is I have 2 suggestions for you that can allow you to charge your iPhone faster. The first one is turn on airplane mode to maximize the charging speed of your iPhone. This is because when your iPhone is charging, sometimes things that your iPhone is doing in the background can actually slow down the rate of charge because some of the things it's doing can drain the battery while it's charging. Things like GPS and background app refresh, various notifications, and also location services can slow down the charge rate of your iPhone as it's taking up a whole bunch of power as your iPhone is trying to receive power. So if you want to maximize the charging speed of your iPhone, I'd recommend turning on airplane mode. Just keep in mind that this isn't going to dramatically improve the speed of charging, but in my testing, in about an hour of charging from 50%, when I had airplane mode turned on, I was able to get about an extra 5 to 7%. So it definitely does make a difference. The second suggestion is when you're charging, this one is about heat. Try to remove any cases from your iPhone. This is because when you are charging your iPhone, especially fast charging, your iPhone can generate a lot of heat. And if you have a case on your iPhone, that can pretty much act as a jacket on your iPhone, insulating all of that heat and not allowing it to dissipate. So if you remove a case from your iPhone, you may get better charging times as well. And also try to keep your iPhone out of direct sunlight. So if you have it plugged in and it's sitting on a table right next to a window and the sun is shining on it, that may also affect the charging speed as well. So try to have your iPhone charging in a room where the ambient temperature is a bit lower. Next up at number 2, this one is possibly my favorite of the entire video. It's very simple, but I am so glad that this is a feature built into the iPhone. When you're on your keyboard, if you press and hold on the emoji key, you can see we have 2 different icons here. Each one is a little keyboard with an arrow. If you press on either one of these icons, it'll move the keyboard to the respective side that the arrow is indicating. And as you can see, it makes your keyboard a lot smaller and it pushes it to one side. This makes it so much easier to type one-handed, especially nowadays that iPhones are getting bigger and bigger, and the modern iPhones that have a flat side make it really hard if you're trying to use your iPhone with one hand. So if you press and hold on the emoji key, you can bring it into a one-handed mode, and it is so much easier to type with one hand. And yes, it also still does work with Quick Path, so you can still swipe between each letter to type. Number 3 is creating a custom vibration for notifications on your iPhone. So why would you want to do this at all? Well, for me, sometimes I find that when my iPhone is in my pocket, all of the default vibrations on my iPhone, they all feel quite similar. So I find it quite hard to discern what type of notification I'm getting when my iPhone is in my pocket. So luckily, we have a workaround built into iOS to fix this. So open up Sounds and Haptics. And for this example, we're going to change our vibration for when we get a text message. So I'll click on text tone, and then at the top, you can see we have vibration, and then you can choose create custom new vibration. And in this space, you're able to use your finger and create a custom vibration pattern. As soon as you place your finger on the screen, you're going to notice at the bottom we have a progress bar. So I believe we have about 5 to 10 seconds to create a custom vibration pattern. If you want to have a really obvious vibration, I'd recommend holding your finger down on the screen for quite a long time. That way, when your iPhone is in your pocket, it's quite obvious what type of notification you're receiving. Next up at number 4 is taking advantage of something that I like to call press, hold, and slide. Built into iOS, you're able to access a whole bunch of submenus simply by pressing and holding your finger on various items. However, you can also go into that submenu without even removing your finger from the screen. The first example I can give you is on the home screen. So you're able to haptic touch on any app icon and then open into a certain section of that application. So I'll do this on settings, for example. If I press and hold on the settings app icon, I can then slide right into my Bluetooth settings. It also works inside of Safari as well. So if I go to a website and then I want to close that tab, I can simply press and hold on the tab icon and then slide up to close this tab without even removing my finger from the screen. I'll give you one final example. So if I go into settings and then I go deep into a submenu, I'm able to press and hold on the back button and then simply slide my finger to get back to the main page of settings. Number 5 allows you to use Siri on your iPhone without even opening your mouth. So this can be useful if you have some type of disability or if you just prefer to type instead of speak on your iPhone. So open up settings and then go to accessibility. Then scroll down and click to Siri. And then from there, you can turn on type to Siri. Now, whenever you press and hold the side button, instead of the Siri animation showing up, you're simply going to see a text box, and then you can type your request into Siri. I can give you one example where this was useful for me. So I was once sitting in a waiting room for a long time, and instead of speaking into my phone for everyone in the waiting room to hear me, I could simply type my request into Siri and get the information I wanted. Next up at number 6 is using Reachability on your iPhone. Reachability allows you to bring the entire UI of your iPhone downwards, which allows you to better access it if you're only using one hand. I originally wasn't going to include this in the video because honestly I thought that this was a very commonly known feature. However, I asked my friends and family if they had heard of this feature, and many of them said they didn't even know that this existed. So it is turned on by default, but just to make sure it's turned on, go into settings and then go accessibility and then tap on touch. From there, just make sure that reachability is turned on. When this is turned on, if you do a very small half swipe at the bottom of your screen, you can see the entire UI gets brought down and you're able to access items that were at the top of your screen. The things that I use Reachability for include hitting any back button that's at the top left of the screen and also swiping into my notifications. Possibly the number one use though for Reachability for me is accessing Control Center, because I'm sometimes using my iPhone with my left hand and Control Center lives at the top right of my iPhone. And with my iPhone 14 Pro Max, it is really hard to reach the top right corner of my iPhone with my left hand. So Reachability comes in super handy in this use case. And finally, at number 7, I really think you guys are going to like this one. This allows you to add captions to anything being played out of your iPhone. Open up settings and then go to accessibility. You then want to scroll down and you'll see an option that says live captions. You'll see it says that it's in beta. However, in my testing, this feature works so darn well that I don't know why it even says it's in beta. Once you turn this on, anything being played out of your iPhone is going to have captions applied to it. So this is very, very useful if you want to be able to watch something, but you don't have any headphones with you and you don't want to play the audio out loud. So just as I talked about that waiting room example previously with type to Siri, this came in handy in that waiting room as well. When I wanted to watch a YouTube video or scroll through some TikToks and I had the iPhone turned all the way down, I was able to turn on live captions and still see what was being said in that video. And you can also turn on live captions for FaceTime as well. And when you do this, your iPhone is going to do the best it can to try to convert whatever is being said on that FaceTime call into text on your iPhone's display. So apart from being a very useful feature for when you don't have headphones or when you can't play something out loud, this is also a complete game changer for people that are hard of hearing that still want to be able to use their iPhone normally. So there we have it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and also head down into the comments and tell me what your favorite tip was I gave you in this video. If you haven't yet subscribed, make sure to hit the button down below. My name is Michael with IDB, and I'll see you in the next video.